Next speaker is GT BUSTIN, which is just a kick-ass name, generally. GT BUSTIN. I'm sure that's how he introduces himself. Now you guys will have to be ready for it when he comes out. He, as a child, played with a live grenade. Yeah. He's still here, though, so again, like the guy that went to Burning Man 8 times, he's still standing, so that's impressive. And if he had a personal mascot, it would be a crocodile, not intimidating in the least. However, his best compliment he's ever received is that he genuinely cares about other people's dreams, and the fact that other people can notice that about ourselves is pretty kick-ass. So please welcome to the stage, GT.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here with you. Thanks for all being here tonight, because it kind of sucks giving a talk when there's no audience. I was born and raised in the jungle of Papua New Guinea down by Australia, and my village name is Yambromari, which my people often say to me, Yambromari, you play a good trick. You have white skin, but a black engine. Here's a picture of some of my people. They're amazingly wonderful people and friendly people. In fact, Duma there said, hey, if you have any white people that want to come down, bring them down. We need some fresh white meat. So you guys talk to me afterwards if you want to go. I want to talk to you about breaking down walls, because that's something I had to learn as someone who has white skin and a black engine. There's a really important key thought that I want to share with you. It's a quote I often use. Strong confidence is based on a positive relationship with the voices in your head. That is so critical. In fact, you've got to learn how to tell the negative thoughts to sit down and shut up, and tell the positive thoughts to stand up and take over. It's really important that you learn to have positive self-talk when you're busting down walls. I want to share with you 2 examples of when I had to bust down some walls, and 3 strategies that I use that have been very helpful mental strategies when I'm facing difficult times and facing walls that need to be busted down. In 2013, I was racing for the Colorado Supercross State Championship for my age group. I came up short on a double jump, and I knocked myself out so hard that I was actually posturing. People thought I was going to die. I was hurting everywhere. In fact, the only thing worked on me was my right hand, and I threw a shaka to let them know that I still had the attitude of a champion, and I was going to go for it. In 2009, I brought a medical float plane to my people in Papua New Guinea, and a guy at customs said, you're going to have to pay $25,000 to get this plane in. I only had $30,000 to set up the whole project. I was out of options. Number 1, this is what you do. You discipline and manage your intake. When you're in a difficult situation and you're busting down walls, you don't have the luxury of allowing negative thoughts to come in and allowing negative talk to come in. The great philosopher and our favorite pothead, Willie Nelson, said this: once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. That is so incredibly true. Good job, Willie. Here's number 2, look past the rock. If you're riding on a trail and you see a rock, people that ride on trails will tell you if you focus on the rock, you'll hit it every time. You've got to look past the rock. You've got to look to the trail ahead. You cannot focus on the obstacles. Somebody that knows about obstacles is Henry Ford. He's the reason why you didn't show up tonight in your horse and buggy. And he said that you've got to focus on your goal and not focus on your obstacles, because they get in your way. Here's number 3. If you're going to hit the wall hard. We often say go big or go home, but it's more than that. I've learned 2 things. 1, walls crumble when you hit them hard, and 2, when you run right to the wall, you often find an alternative route around it. Michael Jordan should know about that. He was turned down for the first basketball team that he tried for. And this is what he had to say about obstacles. It's all about finding your way around and going a different direction. So what's the rest of the story? After my crash on Saturday, on Wednesday I went to practice. I couldn't even do 1 lap. But on Friday I loaded my bike and drove across the state. And on Saturday I won the state championship because I decided to get off my back and show up and go racing. I won the 2013 Supercross state championship with my son that year. It was a very special experience. The medical float plane has saved thousands of lives. It's a life-saving time machine in Papua New Guinea. I decided that I wasn't going to let a little guy at customs hold me back from my dream. I employed these principles and these strategies that I'm telling you about today. Zig Ziglar, I love Zig Ziglar. Your attitude, not your aptitude, determines your altitude. That is so critical. I'm going to leave you with a quote that I often use when I'm speaking to people about this subject. It's a very simple quote, but it goes like this: take responsibility for outcomes and don't make friends with excuses. What walls are you facing today? Let's work together, employ these 3 strategies, and bust down some walls.
I have been fighting negative self-talk for the better part of my entire life. And when I first saw GT do that, I was like, oh, dang, he wrote this for me specifically. For those of you that live with brain conditions, as an aside, take them seriously. Tell your friends about it. People are here to help other people. And we can lift each other up just by being honest and vulnerable with each other. I like myself right now. Okay. It is not something you should be ashamed of, and it is something that can be treated, sometimes with Xanax.